want you to pause whatever it is you're doing and take just 2 minutes to imagine something. Ready? Imagine that you have absolutely no obligations, no responsibilities, no work that you have to do, nothing that you must do. All of it is somehow taken care of, and there is nothing that is that is compulsory for you to do right now. Okay, just picture that. Picture it's all over. Whatever whatever needs need to be taken care of are taken care of already. If that is a reality in your life, how are you going to spend each day? What activities or what inactivities are you going to fill your day with? Now, don't be a wise ass and say, oh, I'm going to binge watch Netflix all day. Because there's only so much of that you can do before you go kind of, we become numb and feel sick. No. You might do that maybe one day, 2 days, sure. You might indulge in some total low quality mind numbing leisure. But at some point, you will want to do something more interesting to your brain, something more meaningful, something that lights your brain up and wakes you up and fills you with a sense of joy and fulfillment rather than like, where did time go? No, I feel numb and time is gone. So, yeah, you're not going to spend your whole time doing that kind of doom scrolling or binge watching. Instead, you are going to do something that is going to make you feel nice, going to leave you with a pleasant feeling in your mind. If that's what you're going to do, what are the different kinds of activities you'll be doing, you'll be filling your day with? I want you to think about that for a moment. By the way, hi, I'm Susmita Veganosaurus, and this is Feel Good Factor. I'm so glad you're here today. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, then this is a podcast about mindfulness, joyfulness, well being, putting yourself first before you run your small conscious business or multi passionate brand. If you enjoyed this episode, then you're going to love my free newsletter, The Feel Good Tribe. Go to veganosaurus.com/newsletter to sign up. The link is in the show notes. All right, back to the task. Did you think of some activities that you would like to fill your day with? Something that you look forward to doing, what you love spending time on? It can be something as simple as reading books or learning some new skills, like taking a course or something like that. Or it could be something more crafty and creative that you do. It could, in terms of, even things like drawing, doodling, illustration, jewelry making, painting, whatever, or even being artistic in the kitchen and just enjoying yourself with baking or experimenting with different recipes. It could be those things also. Or it could be spending your whole day just meditating or contemplating, looking out into the sky at the birds, going out in nature and walking about. It could be any of that, all of that, and anything else that you can think of. Now, ask yourself one very important question. How can I include all of this in my life as it is right now? All of it, any of it, in your life right now as it is. With whatever work you have, whatever responsibilities you have, your day to day thing, how can you bring in these different interesting activities that bring you joy, light you up, and fulfill you as a part of your day to day life? Even if you gift yourself half an hour of it a day, it's going to improve the quality of your life considerably. When I used to run my vegan restaurant, Carrots, even through the most challenging days, most difficult days, right? Like where I'm frustrated and super busy and things are not going my way, even through all that, I would always be reading a book. I would find some time in the day to read a book. Waiting for something while I sit and wait, read. Break time when everybody else is resting, I would read. Somewhere I would find time to read, find a way to read. And after a point, it became so naturally a part of my life that I didn't have to look for time or carve out time separately for it. I would automatically get opportunities to read throughout the day. I'll say Discworld, Terry Pratchett's Discworld. It basically powered me through all those difficult years. Without that book, I don't know what my life would have been like. I also used to, before running the restaurant, I used to make jewelry and miniature sculptures with clay and sell it on Etsy, or, online, and even here in India in different stores and stuff like that. I did a lot of that, which I'd given up because the restaurant had taken up my entire life. I had stopped doing that, and I was missing it a lot. So one fine day, I decided, you know what? I'm spending all day at the restaurant anyway. I should figure out a way to make my jewelry there. And I took one of those small, cabin bag rolling suitcases, filled it up with the hammers, plier, my wire, beads, polymer clay, all of that. I filled it up and I rolled it into work with me, kept it in one corner, and then when I got the chance, I'd sit and I'd make something. Hammer something, bang something, twist the wire. Oh, the joy of that. That calmed me down and brought my mind complete. Like I would forget everything else while in the moment of doing this, right? And even if I was doing it for 5 minutes at a time or 10 minutes at a time, I'd forgotten other things. So then when I resurfaced from that, my mind would be clear and I would be feeling like, oh, now whatever issue is there, whatever problem is there, I can um, deal with it in a much more calm, balanced way from a place of inspiration instead of from a place of desperation. It's like little doses of magic putting that into my day. That's what making my jewelry did. It helped. Okay, nothing else. I don't have time to do the jewelry, I don't have time to read. Okay, assume nothing else is there. The least I would do is walk across the street. There was a small park there, and then I'd listen to a podcast or maybe play Gabby Bernstein's walking meditation, and I'd walk and walk and walk in circles. Again, short time, whatever is available, do it, and it makes a world of difference. By the time I walked back into the restaurant, my perspective, my energy, everything would have shifted. And I'd also have like a small handmade paper book in my bag. In like I think around 2018 or something, uh, I got into Zentangle doodling, or general doodling also. I found so much joy in it, and I wasn't like great at it or anything. I wasn't trying to be uh, an expert or do it in a very do it with precision or anything like that. It was just something enjoyable. So then I would either do the Zentangles, which are repetitive meditative patterns that you draw, keep on drawing, or I would doodle little scenes from my life, or how I would imagine my life to be, and it was so much fun. All this to say, there's always a way to include high quality leisure moments into your day to day life. Even if you do it in bite sized pieces, including infusing high quality leisure into your every single day makes a world of difference to your energy, to your mindset, to the way you feel. Initially, when you start a new business, new brand, you're very enthusiastic and passionate. So that is all you need. Just that itself gives you that creative fulfillment, something to look forward to, a sense of purpose and joy, all of that. It'll last maybe 6 months to a year. After that, it is even if you still, of course, care about your not just your brand but the overall movement to which you belong. Like, you have a vegan restaurant, vegan cafe or business, then yes, you also want to contribute to the vegan movement by being a part, by running a business that belongs to this movement, right? So yes, that is going to sustain you a bit. Yes, it's going to empower you, power you through a bit. But that passion is not going to be enough. After the initial glamour of it goes away, that passion is not the thing you can depend on to sustain you through the most difficult times. Constantly something or other keeps going, it, of course, things are not going to always go the way you want them to, right? One day somebody will maybe fall sick and not be able to come into work, one of your team members, or another day oven will get spoiled, like, oh god, what am I going to do now? Third day something else, things are not always going to go smoothly. And as you keep trying to grow your business and trying to ensure that your business keeps going strong, you will hit more hurdles naturally as a part of running that business. But how you handle those situations, because yes, we all feel this, by the way, it's not you alone. At some point you'll be like, oh my god, I want to just close this and get away from all of this. No matter how much you love your business, how you feel about it, no matter how much, you are going to feel like, oh god, I need to ditch everything, screw all this, I'm out of here. like like if you've ever watched South Park, Cartman says, no, screw you guys, I'm going home. This is what it's like. That's what you feel like doing, and sometimes that happens. um, the thing that's going to help you get out of that more than anything else is you ensuring that you have other good things going in your life, other joyful, pressure free activities that are part of your daily life. Now, that's the important part. Daily, every day, there must be something nice in your life. So that way, it kind of cushions the feelings of the rest, the hard stuff, cushions the hard stuff that come with running your business, and it will help you sustain for a much much longer time, in terms of sustaining your energy, the way you feel, um, shifting your mindset to something calmer, feeling a sense of purpose continuously, and being able to see the good. All that will happen if you include high quality leisure activities unrelated to your business, and and without any expectation of productivity out of that activity. You're not expecting that to pay off in any other way except that you were involved in that activity for the day. Include that in your day to day life. See where you can make sure that happens. Inject it here and there into your day. That's all you need to do. And then the shift in your energy, like I said with my reading, the universe sees that you want this, you want this feel good sensation, and it brings more opportunities for you to, more ease for you to be able to do more of the stuff you love, more of the stuff that lights you up. And then, yes, the other stuff that has to be done, that needs to be done, that will also happen, but it's not going to stress you out, and will not make you think, "Ayo, is this all? This is all my life is now." you know, you're going to get rid of that way of thinking. All right. Thank you so much for listening to Feel Good Factor. I'm Susmita, Veganosaurus. I'm so glad you were here today. Don't forget to sign up to my free newsletter, The Feel Good Tribe. Go to veganosaurus.com/newsletter to sign up. Talk to you again next week. Take care. Bye.